Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to another out of this world story from Mr. Fictionality. The Adventures of Nemo. Nemo finds his father's old surfboard and is so inspired he decides to. The familiar hum of the ocean currents lulled Nemo into a peaceful slumber, the rhythmic sway of the coral branches lulling him into a dream filled with shimmering kelp forests and playful angelfish. But today, the peace was shattered by a different kind of rhythm. A rhythmic thump 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 that resonated through the water. It was the sound of discovery, of forgotten treasures unearthed. Nemo, now a teenager, with fins as strong as his father's and a spirit as adventurous as his mother's, was awakened by the sound. He swam towards it, his curiosity piqued. There, half buried in the sand, lay a relic from the past, a worn-out, yet sturdy surfboard. It was his father's old board, a symbol of a time when Marlin, before settling into the comforts of a father's routine, had been a daring young clownfish with a passion for the waves. Nemo's eyes widened. It was as if a dormant part of him was awakened, a yearning to explore, to ride the waves, to feel the rush of exhilaration that the ocean offered. An idea sparked in his bright orange mind: surfing. The legacy of the surfboard. Dory! Turbo! Nemo called out, his voice filled with excitement. Come quick, I found something amazing. Dory, with her ever-present forgetfulness momentarily forgotten, and Turbo, the perpetually energetic sea turtle, arrived at the scene, their curiosity mirroring Nemo's. Wow, gasped Dory, her eyes wide with amazement. What is it, Nemo? It's Dad's old surfboard, Nemo exclaimed, stroking the worn-out surface with his fin. I think it's time we learned how to surf. Turbo, with his boundless energy, instantly agreed. Surf's up, dude. Let's ride some waves. Dory, though a bit uncertain, was quickly swept up in the enthusiasm of her friends. Sounds like fun, but what is surfing? Nemo, with a burst of teenage confidence, explained the concept of surfing, his voice brimming with passion. It's like flying on water, Dory. Imagine gliding across the waves with the wind in your fins, feeling the power of the ocean beneath you. And so began Nemo's quest. A quest fueled by a rediscovered passion, a thirst for adventure, and the legacy of his father's past. He envisioned himself, along with his friends, riding the waves like never before, conquering the oceanic realm with boundless joy. The journey from their coral reef home to Surfingoland Bay was a vibrant adventure in itself. The underwater world, with its kaleidoscope of colors and diverse marine life, unfolded before them. Schools of shimmering fish danced alongside their journey, curious about the trio and their unusual cargo, the weathered surfboard. Surfingoland Bay, nestled between towering kelp forests and shimmering underwater mountains, was a sight to behold. The bay hummed with a distinct energy, a palpable excitement that echoed with the whoosh of waves and the joyous laughter of fish. They found a bustling community of surfers, a diverse mix of fish from all corners of the ocean. Anglerfish with glowing lures, pufferfish with their spiky bodies, and even a few sleek sharks who, surprisingly, seemed to be quite friendly, were all practicing their surfing skills. Welcome to Surfingoland, boomed a voice, startling Nemo and his friends. A giant, gentle whale shark with a friendly smile and a surfboard bigger than a small submarine greeted them. I'm Big Blue, and I'm the head judge of the upcoming surfing tournament. It's an annual event where surfers from all over the reef compete to showcase their skills. Nemo, inspired by the friendly atmosphere and the skilled surfers, felt a surge of determination. We're going to enter, he announced, his voice filled with newfound confidence. The allure of Surfingoland. Dory and Turbo, both eager to experience the thrill of surfing, readily agreed. They spent the next few days learning the basics from the experienced surfers of Surfingoland Bay. Nemo, with the innate talent passed down from his father, quickly mastered the techniques of balancing, steering, and catching waves. He spent countless hours practicing, his orange body a blur against the turquoise water. The thrill of surfing, the feeling of freedom and control, took hold of him. He felt the connection to the ocean, the pulse of its energy flowing through his fins. As the days passed, Nemo, Dory, and Turbo felt a sense of belonging in this vibrant community of surfers. They made new friends, learned new tricks, and discovered a hidden passion within themselves. But their idyllic time in Surfingo Land was about to be disrupted by a wave of trouble, a dark current that threatened to engulf their newfound paradise. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow on the shimmering water, Nemo, Dory, and Turbo watched in horror as a scene unfolded before them. A group of sharks, with a sinister glint in their eyes, were performing incredible stunts on their boards, using their skills to expertly rob a nearby underwater bank. "They're robbing the bank," gasped Dory, her eyes wide with fear. The sharks, a gang of rough-looking predators with intimidating teeth and slick black uniforms, used a series of synchronized surfing maneuvers to break through the bank's security measures. They used the power of the waves to their advantage, their coordinated moves leaving the nearby guard fish stunned and defenseless. "It's the surf sharks," whispered a nearby fish, his voice filled with dread. "They're notorious for pulling off these kinds of robberies." The image of the sharks' criminal actions, their brazen disregard for the laws of the sea, left a chill in Nemo's heart. He'd witnessed the beauty and joy of surfing, but now he saw how it could be twisted into a tool for destruction and greed. This wasn't the kind of surfing he'd envisioned. The shadow of the surf sharks. The incident shook Nemo to his core. He couldn't stand by and watch as the surf sharks jeopardized the harmony of their beloved Surfingo Land. He knew he had to do something. He rushed back to his reef home, his fins churning with urgency. He found Marlin, his father, in his usual routine, tending to the anemone garden. "Dad, we have to stop the surf sharks," Nemo blurted out, his voice filled with a determined urgency. "They're robbing banks and terrorizing Surfingo Land." Marlin's face, usually filled with a gentle smile, hardened with worry. "Nemo, you need to stay out of this. It's too dangerous." "But Dad, it's wrong. They're criminals. We can't just let them get away with it," Nemo argued, his voice rising with frustration. Marlin knew his son. He saw the fire in his eyes, the same fire that had once driven him to search for his lost son. He understood that Nemo couldn't ignore injustice, that he had to fight for what he believed in. "All right," Marlin sighed, "but you have to be careful. Promise me you'll stay safe." Nemo nodded, his resolve solidified. He knew that stopping the surf sharks wouldn't be easy, but he was ready to take on the challenge. Nemo, with Dory and Turbo by his side, devised a plan. They would use their newfound surfing skills to infiltrate the surf sharks gang, to learn their secrets and expose their criminal activities. It was a risky move, but they believed it was the only way to protect Surfingo Land. They spent weeks observing the gang, studying their patterns and learning their language. They practiced their surfing skills, mimicking the brash stunts of the surf sharks, attempting to blend in seamlessly. The infiltration plan was fraught with danger. They had to navigate through treacherous waves, dodge suspicious glances from hardened gang members, and master the intricate surf-based communication the gang used. Dory, with her seemingly boundless memory, proved invaluable in recalling specific details of the gang's routines and tactics. Turbo, with his incredible speed and ability to weave through the water, acted as their lookout and messenger. Nemo, with his natural talent for surfing and his keen observation skills, played the role of the eager new recruit, learning all he could about the gang's inner workings. The infiltration and the tournament. Their hard work paid off. They learned that the surf sharks were planning a daring heist during the upcoming surfing tournament. The tournament, a grand spectacle of athleticism and skill, was also the perfect cover for their criminal intentions. They planned to use the chaos of the competition to rob the main coral bank of Surfingo Land. The tournament was a dazzling display of aquatic athleticism. Surfers from all corners of the Great Barrier Reef competed, their colorful fins a blur against the blue backdrop. Nemo and his friends, disguised as new members of the surf sharks, participated in the competition, their hearts pounding with anxiety and anticipation. As they rode the waves, Nemo's sharp eyes scanned the scene, searching for any clues that would expose the gang's true intentions. He took photos of the gang members during their performance, his camera hidden under his fin, documenting every move, every subtle gesture that could uncover their criminal plan. The competition reached its climax. The final round pitted Nemo and his disguised friends against the core members of the surf sharks. The waves were fierce, the energy palpable. The gang members, their eyes gleaming with an almost predatory intensity, were clearly aiming to take the competition and the bank heist together. Suddenly, the gang members turned on Nemo and his friends, revealing their true intentions. They were not just competitors. They were dangerous criminals who saw Nemo's growing suspicion and wanted to silence him. A fierce battle on the waves broke out. Nemo and his friends were outmatched, outnumbered, and outmaneuvered. The sharks attacked with reckless aggression, their surfing skills honed to perfection for years of crime, leaving Nemo and his companions struggling to hold their ground. But Nemo refused to give up. He remembered his father's words, his mother's courage, and the trust of his friends. He channeled their collective spirit, his fins moving with unprecedented speed and precision. Dory, with her unexpected bursts of brilliance, managed to confuse the sharks with a perplexing series of wave maneuvers, throwing off their rhythm. Turbo, with his lightning-fast speed, created diversions, weaving through the water like a blur, allowing Nemo and Dory to regroup. Nemo, fueled by adrenaline and a surge of righteous anger, used his photography skills to his advantage. He flashed his camera, blinding the sharks momentarily, and then used the distraction to trip one of the sharks, sending him tumbling into a swirling mass of kelp. The other sharks, distracted by their fallen comrade, gave Nemo and his friends a brief window of opportunity. They worked together, their combined skills creating a synchronized wave of resistance. Nemo, finally finding his footing, rode a powerful wave, using its momentum to knock the remaining sharks off their boards. The battle culminated in a breathtaking display of teamwork and resilience. Nemo, Dory, and Turbo, in a moment of synchronized surfing perfection, created a huge wave that swept the remaining sharks away, capturing them in a net of seaweed and kelp, immobilizing them until the arrival of the seahorse police. The surf sharks were apprehended, their criminal activities exposed for all to see. Nemo's photographic evidence proved crucial in their arrest, showing their criminal activities during the tournament. The gang's leader, a particularly ruthless shark named Razor, was revealed to be behind a series of bank robberies throughout the coral reef world. The news of Nemo's bravery and the surf shark's arrest spread like wildfire through the underwater community. He and his friends were hailed as heroes of Surfingo Land, their courage and resourcefulness inspiring others to stand up against injustice. The aftermath brought a renewed sense of peace and security to Surfingo Land Bay. The coral reef community rejoiced, grateful for the trio's intervention. The surfing tournament became a celebration of not just surfing skills, but also of bravery and community spirit. Nemo and his friends, inspired by their experience, decided to continue surfing, no longer just for the thrill of it, but with a renewed sense of purpose, to protect their underwater world from any future criminal elements. Nemo's journey had taken him from a curious teenager to a protector of his community. He learned that courage isn't just about battling monstrous creatures or facing terrifying depths. It's about standing up for what is right, even when it takes you out of your comfort zone. And with his friends by his side and his newly honed surfing skills, he was ready to embrace the future, forever bound to the ocean's waves and the legacy of his father's surfboard. The ocean's rhythm continued, a constant reminder of the beauty and power of the underwater world. And Nemo, the once little clownfish, forever etched his name in the legend of Surfingo Land, a surfer who taught everyone that even the smallest fish can make a big splash. Join us today on Mr. Fictionality. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss our next video. See you soon.